Good evening. I see Cuz in there. I see Desiree. It's Cuz again. And there's Erica. How you doing, Erica? Oh, wait a minute. Okay, there we go. If you guys have a website for your farm, please put the link to it in. Anybody that has a website or a channel can drop the link in because this is meet and greet. It's having fun. Good morning. Good evening, PJ and Chef. And hey, Buster. I missed you Saturday, Buster. And I hope all is going well with you, PJ. But if you guys have a website or a channel, feel free to drop it in. Because this way we get it out to everybody. Let me check something here. Uh-oh. I have to fix something real quick. I got to get rid of that live reactions. There we go. Well, that's good, PJ. Just got home from work. And Steve is there. Desiree's there. Buster's been busy working and planting deer plots. Cool. So you're doing your fall planting. It's seed. Even if it was a pile of corn seed, It's getting darker earlier now, you guys. And thank you very much. Drop your links to your store and to your channel. And in Franklin, the conditions are partly cloudy with a temperature of 71. The wind's blowing from the west at 1 mile per hour. Current humidity is 87. Wheat, turnips, and kale is what Buster's planting. That is cool. PJ's has got conditions are cloudy with a temperature of 65. The wind's blowing from the south at 3 miles per hour. The current humidity is 96%. This is Chef's YouTube channel. Now he needs to drop the link to his store. Oh, okay. Erica, they put yours after Buster's. Says weather for cement. Conditions are partly cloudy with temperature 70. The wind's blowing from the northwest at 8 miles per hour. The current humidity is 80%. And in Horatio, the conditions are sunny with temperature 78. Ooh, you're hotter in Horatio, in Arkansas, than you are in Oklahoma. The wind is blowing from the west 3 miles per hour. The current humidity is 74%. It didn't drop, Chef. You just did your YouTube channel. Let me see. Oh, yeah, you did have it. Okay. I'm sorry. I didn't see that. Thank you again, Chef. Because I want everybody to get their links out. So the people that watch this later will be able to see them and click on them. And people that are here now can do the same. And Chef, I know you got another one. You got your family channel too. Yeah, with me, it's I need glasses. Hey, Desiree. Which one is that to? Let me check here, PJ. Okay, that's PJ's Facebook. No, he dropped the links to us, Steve. Well, that's good, Desiree. At least one is pipping. I'm almost done with the the body of my sweater. That's the back part of it. This is the front. I only got about 5 more rows. And there's PJ's YouTube channel. Yeah, after I get done with the body part, then I got to work on the sleeves. Because they'll have the same pattern of rows that the body has. And I got cameo yarn for my grandson's cloak. See, this is what it looks like all chained out. And I got the black yarn in for Joseph's cap. Well, maybe you should be back in bed, Desiree. Weren't you sick Saturday too? Kids outside. Oh, that is neat. Well, I've got 4 of these Super Saver Jumbos in the cameo. So that's like having 8 skins of yarn for my grandson's cloak. But after I get the body done with my sweater, then I'll work on Joseph's cap. And my radishes are growing. And I still have. Oh, I wished it was, Steve. But it could be. Depends on the situation. And I have to ask him if he wants a cape with. I mean, what wants the hood with it too. I meant to ask him if. I meant to ask him if he wanted a trench coat, but it came out cloak instead. So I got stuck with making a cloak. Now I had to make up my own um, pattern for it. So it's going to be neat. Erica needs more for the sleeves. Yeah, sometimes it's hard to get the right colors if they're different lots. I usually try to buy more than I think I'll need just in case. Desiree, maybe it's time for you to get some medical attention. If you've been sick since Saturday and not getting any better, yeah, you need to go to a clinic or something. Oh, wow. That's always when it's rough. Hey, Mike, drop your link and all that good stuff. And if you want, you can, let's see, anybody wants to come up, let me get the link. Anybody want to come up and talk about their stores or anything, or their channel or their farm? Click the link because I'm going to pin it. Yeah, that's why it might be harder for you to get more yarn of the exact same color. It depends on what you're working it with. Thank you, Mike. Everybody, there's Mike's link. And some of what Mike does is taste tests and MRIs. And you see what shirt I'm wearing. I know, because I realized it right after I said it. MRI is a test, and MRE is something you eat. I never said I was perfect. Far from it. Oh, wow, you're telling your age there. The only MREs I've had is the ones I've made myself. So, how's fall starting out for you guys? Your dad joke is lacking a little bit. And Erica says it's a little wet. Because they wouldn't have. You finally got some rain, Mike. So have we. We didn't get as much as they forecasted, but we got rain. Short shower here, short shower there. So there's 7 in here. There we go. I'm the one that held out, Steve, because I got that both windows open. There, now it should show 7. How much rain did you get, Mike? And Steve, are you in any of this rain? Ooh, it is really low today. We expect our 4th shower within the hour. Rain 2 hours of sun, then rain, then repeat. Yeah, with us, we got a little rain. The sun finally came out this afternoon. First time I've seen the sun in a few days. And Mike says it was him that didn't give the like. Now in Pope, the conditions are partly cloudy with temperature 72. The wind's blowing from the south 2 miles per hour. The current humidity is 96%. Yeah, you got rain right there. You got rain in the area. Thank you, Mike. In Wilshire, the conditions are mostly cloudy with a temperature of 71. The wind's blowing from the north at 3 miles per hour and current humidity is 73%. Boy, it is quiet today. There's 8 people. But anybody that has a channel or a store, this is the time for you to drop them. Share it out with other people. Grow your network. Oh, that's probably full power now. Ouch. I'm going to be dropping a few more of the videos from this to you guys during the week. Yeah, like I said, you've been sick this long. You need to go to a doctor, Desiree. How high is your fever? Hey, Sierra, drop your link, dear. Desiree, Steve says, take that Gobi to your forehead. Hey, Gary, type I quail to drop your link. There you go, Gary. You type I quit. I mean, exclamation point and quail. And Gary, I'm just as crazy as ever. Today we're doing meet and greet so people can get to know to expand their network. It's IQUAIL. It's exclamation point and quail, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it's exclamation point and quail. I know, I was reading his thing, that's why I said it. What the heck just happened? Ah, I see. Oh, you don't have any videos yet up, Gary. That's why. Well, he can drop the link to his real channel. By just dropping the link. I mean, by copying and dropping his own link in. You have a blessed night, Erica and Lucas. So, how are things going, Buster? Well, if he's still at work, you probably can't type all the time. Been busy with his quail and pheasants. Always having fun. No, I just watch, LOL. No videos myself. Okay. So, what do you have another channel or another name, Gary, that I might know you under? Yes, Sierra. This is the standard time for Wednesday nights. Most people in my area would do it at 7, but that cuts into Lucy's time. Lucy's got to have her usual time out at night. Everything's going okay? Okay. Well, that's good because I started at 8 p.m. and a lot of people come to my channel late, so it's okay. You got that right. I can understand, CR. I'm on the usual time on Saturdays, which is 10 a.m. and then on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. And with Lucy getting older, she has a harder time controlling her urine, just like anybody else that's getting old. I know, cause you're so used to roosters crowing, you wouldn't hear them anyhow. You and me both, cuz. That's why we had to cut off at noon on Saturdays. And around, hopefully before 10 on Wednesdays. Ah, when I first started them. Okay. Well, welcome back. If you have any questions or anything, I'm always willing to answer questions. So he says he doesn't have. Yeah, but don't your kids raise chickens? Your brown and gray chick is turning gray and white. Cool. Starts out with "How are you?" That's all you got. Okay. Like I tell everybody, I'm as crazy. I'm as crazy as ever. Saying scares the hell out of me. They just have 2 dogs and 4 cats. They got all eaters and nothing to no breeders. You got that right, CR. See, I started saying crazy as ever back in 2000. At the time, I was working at Sears, and security department walks in beside me, and we're walking towards the time clock. And the guy says, "Verna, how are you doing?" I said, "I'm just." He said, "No." He says, "Verna, how are you?" I says, "I'm as crazy as ever, of course." And he stopped in his tracks and he looked at me. He goes, "But you're the most sane person I know." I said, "Crazy like a fox." Snaps his finger and goes, "That I agree with." Everyone got a little snip snip. Steve, you should come up here and give a little talking. I am so thankful that you did come by, Gary. Has anyone started putting out their fall decorations yet? If you do, what have you done for fall decorations? I know I hung my witch on the door. Hey, Sierra. This is the rope I was telling you about I had. I crocheted it into a hot pad. And if you need rope, all you got to do is take out this thread and pull out what you need. That way you can use your rope 2 different ways. See, he's got to drag the 10 skeletons out of the boot shed. Do you remember their names, cuz? There you go, CR. You got fallen leaves. Let me see if I can find a certain photo. Yeah, see that's easy. It isn't someplace lying around getting to be a tangled mess. Now it's a controlled item. Hey, Amy, I'm glad you made it. Today we're doing meet and greet. I don't know if you've seen it, Amy, but this is the hot pad I crocheted out of a piece of rope. There's the rope. If you need it, you just pull it, uncrochet it. Now let me get that back in. Crochet it back up. Let me see. I just messed that up. See, I don't have any paracord. Somebody wanted me to crochet them a cape with paracord. They'd have to send me the paracord and then we'll talk about it. See? Nice pot holder. And see, if you go paracord, rope, or whatever. Yeah, it would be heavy, but if that's what they want, I'll do it. A cloak would be heavier than a cape because a cape only goes down the back. A cloak goes down at least to the knees. And that's what I got to crochet with for my cousin is a cameo cloak. Hello, David. The late guy is here. Beautiful evening in Sooner State. So I got a few quick tours done. Cool. A cloak can have hood, or they can go out with a winter cloak would have a hood, yeah. But my grandson, I named a male shrug. Hello, Andy. I named a male shrug, uh, a sweater, or a cloak. I meant to say coat, but it came out cloak. So he wanted the cloak. Let me find something here. See, that's my grandson. So you can see him, and he's a bodybuilder. So you know that cloak is going to be big, and he is not small. Andy's weather conditions are mostly cloudy with a temperature of 66. Ooh, you're cold, Andy. The wind's blowing from the north at 4 miles per hour. The current humidity is 100%. Cold and rainy. Let me see. Davis's got 80 jumbo white wing eggs in his incubator yesterday. Yeah, Steve said it there. Andy is in duck hunting weather. Amy's weather is cloudy with temperature 68. You're 68 too. The wind is blowing from the northwest at 1 mile per hour. The current humidity is 93%. Moisture finally. And he says the sleeping weather. See, now we've dropped down to 69, which isn't much at all. Yeah. I walked all the way to Zink's meat market today, and they don't open till tomorrow. and that was a bit of a walk. David has 2 dozen jumbo white wings, adults in the Winona cages. Okay. You're just counting the hens, right? No, Andy, it means I have to walk it tomorrow. I had to go there to get soup bones for Lucy so that when I go to the Run Fest, it gives her something to be busy about so she isn't missing me so much. So I figure I'd be at the Run Fest for about 4 hours. And that's not counting driving time. Yeah, Andy, that's like I told Lucy. Yeah, well, we walked for nothing, but that's okay. We'll do it tomorrow. I thought they were closed on Sunday, so that would have meant they would have been open Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. But no, they're closed on Wednesday and they're open on Sundays. The Run Fest I go to on Sunday. It's during time travel weekend. Yep. They went up in price since last time I was there. That I know for sure. Let me see how much it cost me. $118.71 for 3 people to go. And that's on the 28th of September. Oh, you got 24 females. You only got 1 rooster? No, you didn't say 25. I seen 25, but it's 24. 24 hens. And you said you put how many in? $80. So that's just a few days of eggs. Not very much. $24 birds in all. You got 5 more minutes? Less than 5 minutes? Okay. Thank you, CR. What ratio are you running with, David? Yeah, you need some chicken noodle soup, Desiree. I didn't measure. It was leftover that I had from a while back. I can undo it and show you. Three, six, nine. So you figure 9 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 45. It was over 45. Could have been about 50 feet. So 9 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, yeah, 45. So it's either 50 or 60 feet. Well, 2 roos to 10 hens. Partridge, 1 roo to 2 hens. Oh, so I'm kind of wondering what your hatch rate's going to be, David. I mean, what your yeah, your hatch rate and your how you fall out that one. Because the most quail I would run to a roo is 5 to 1 at the most. CCR, if you didn't have enough to do a cloak, if you had enough of them to do a mat to go under your sleeping bag to help keep you off the ground, that would be a lot of paracord, depending on how thick it is, too. 65% on the quail. Partridge are out of season. Okay. That means you're going to get about a little over 40. You have a blessed day, Sierra. Drop your link on your way out. So I've almost got this done already. Come on, get in there. There we go. See, you got it crocheted back up already. Got 8 people in here. You guys make me feel alone because nobody's chatting, so I have nothing to say. But anything you can grab with a hook, you can crochet with. And the reason why I crocheted that is because I got tired of seeing a tangled up, messy of rope lying around. So I decided to do something with it. Now I'm going to be right back because I have to go get some coffee. He finally came and picked up my air conditioner, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. You're thinking of dozing off? It's quiet in your house, and you're the only one here right now. For a few more minutes, anyway. Well, that's usually about the time when you do take a nap, Andy. We learned years ago when the babies were little, you slept when the baby slept, or when nobody was around. So, what day were you said you just put them in yesterday, David? Yeah, yesterday. So that means they go and lock down on the 7th and we'll be hatching by the 10th. That's cool. Well, that's cool, Desiree. You only got one elephant garden in the garden? I mean, elephant garlic in the garden? David, do you have light on your quail? On your birds? Only one, Desiree? Well, if it turns out good, then you know next year to drop more. Are yours soft neck or hard neck, Andy? If you don't pull your garlic, it'll multiply and keep growing. Oh, David, that's not good for your quail. You need to set it on a timer so you wouldn't have to go out and do it. Well, Desiree, start working towards it. When you have lights on an animal, even a human, 24/7, that puts the stress factor up really high. No, they haven't complained about it, but the productivity would probably go higher if you had a few hours of darkness in there. There's Andy's words of advice, Desiree. Don't let your chives flower, or they'll take over the whole garden. Now I'm going to be right back. Yeah, answer a call. Yeah, you always need more eggs, David. Like Annie says, if you do let the chives flour, cut the flowers off before they form into seeds. I mean, evidently you need more eggs if you're hatching more chicks. What happened, Amy? None of the chicks, I mean, none of your chickens went away? I mean, were put away? I gave my daughter some more seeds for microgreens or sprouts. Called a crazy rooster earlier, and his bachelor pad mate wasn't in his pen at lockup. He jumped two fences to be with his main flock of girls and two roosters he grew up with. Oh, wow. That's understandable. Need to fill that freezer, huh? With the GQF, you could have probably gathered for a whole 5 or 6 days before you put those in. And then five of your main flocks didn't make it inside and were laying outside their fence in the yard. So you were the chicken Uber tonight. They just want your extra attention. Oh, that is being ornery. Speaking of flowers, Andy, I want to check something out. I put some discernum flowers in my pickle jar and see what they are. You got that right, Amy. Now we'll see. Okay. Pickled pepper flowers. Yeah. I don't know what they look like. It's been a couple days. So there they are. They're wilted, but they taste good, garlicky. There's a whole bunch of them right there. Yeah, but you have to call a lot more of them than you do for one chicken to get the weight of meat that is in one chicken. So each have their plus and minuses. And here's my peaches and plums that I dehydrated to take with us Sunday. And all those cherry peaches that I some blew it. Oh, you mean balut to go with them? Yeah, they're dehydrated, Amy. I made dehydrated, I mean, fruit roll-ups out of the cherry peaches. And I tried them. The flavor was great, but they're so hard for me to eat without teeth. So I gave them to my daughter and grandson. My daughter tried one out here. She goes, "Oh, this is good, Mom." And so I says, "Well, take them all home. I can't eat them. They're too hard for me to chew." And they disappeared real quick. In a week, in just a few days' time, they were gone. I'm not getting my freeze dry. I'm not worrying about my freeze dryer for a couple more weeks, Andy. Well, the guy told me that they're called cherry plums, but they don't look like cherry plums. They're about the size of a large cherry, but they're fuzzy and peach-like. And in other words, like mini peaches. And they got a real small seed. Instead of a pit that's about like that, their pits are about the size of that fingernail. And I cooked them and made them into the consistency of applesauce and dehydrated it to make, on parchment paper so that I could cut it into fruit roll-ups. But they turned out real good. That is strange music coming outside. Yeah, I just wished I had somebody taller that would have been able to pick higher up for me. Then I would have had about twice as many as what I had. Because the guy gave me permission to harvest ones on the alley side of the fence. And I only grabbed the ones that I could reach easily. They're smaller than apricot, but they're as fuzzy as an apricot. I'd have to carry that a half a block down the alley and have Lucy and me getting on a ladder with Lucy. No, thank you. They were busy and I did things at the spur of the moment. You know how I am. If I would have had would have been able to grab my grandson, he would have really picked him because he's over 6 feet tall. But see, I can't get no black walnuts because they cut down that tree. Welcome back, David. Yeah, my grandson on the step stool that I have would have been able to get everything on this side of the fence. Welcome back, Desiree. I will say one thing. When I have permission to get stuff off of somebody's tree, I am very careful not to do any damage to the tree. But when I cook them, they taste like kind of like peaches. I know, Andy, but they cut that tree. I don't have a mulberry tree there anymore. They took the fence out and cut that all the trees that were on that fence line because they're putting up a parking lot. You know what? The husk. Exactly, cuz. Exactly. And the apple tree that was good, it had formed a few apples because the tree's been damaged before and they had cut part of it down. And so another tree grew out of it and they poisoned it. Nice and healthy one day, then the very next day it was dead and dying because they sprayed it with some chemicals to kill it. To me, that's a crime against nature and against people. Exactly. And what they plant to replace what they take down is useless. It's not native to the area at all. Let me see if I have a picture of the trees that they have here. Let's see. Let me show you this one here. This is the cherry plum tree before you could actually find the plums. They call it a cherry plum, but it wasn't cherry plum. Let me see. And this here was the apple tree. See how healthy it looks and how many flowers are on it? And then they destroy it. They kill it. Yeah, it's a very good picture. I don't have any picture of the trees that are on the street. It don't look like. No. Oh, you got yourself some poison. To me, that would be poison. We still have 8 people in here. That's good. An hour and a half in. Let me see if I have any pictures that'd be interesting to you guys. Hey, Danny. Here's a picture of the bees on that flowers I was telling you about. And let me see if this is. Yeah, these pictures don't quite show the. Oh, okay. Let me show you guys this. Let me see if I can get a zoom in. There we go. There's the butterflies. The butterfly. The bee is down in that flower. So what kind of bee do you guys think that is? And what kind of bee and what kind of butterfly is that? You and I both, Andy, we both used to know the name of that flower, but right now I can't bring it up. Desiree, Danny is Andy's significant other. Okay, hydrangeas. Yeah, Danny is Mr. Rabbit. What gets really confusing is when Andy's in here and Eric is talking about her Andy. It's getting time to the time of year where you make a lot of your breakfast muffins with quail eggs. It's not a hydrangea. Okay, David, you have a blessed night. We'll see you later, too. Now we're down to the faithful 6. No, he wasn't at QuilCon. Andy usually goes to QuilCon by herself. I think we're winding down. So if nobody has any questions or anything to share tonight, I think we might end up calling it a night early, a little early. Because I didn't prepare anything to talk about today. I wonder why I got a question marked by. That's unusual. Desiree, I don't know why they're putting a question mark after your name on StreamYard for. You're the only one that's got the question mark showing. I'll show you what I'm talking about. See the question mark after Desiree's name? Not that I know of, Desiree. But I tell you, the bees and the butterflies love it. When I go to click it, it gives a star. And I don't, well, no, it does that with everybody else's. So I don't know what it means. It doesn't let me click it. Let me see. No, it doesn't. It doesn't let me click it or anything. I shared the screen, Desiree. And it doesn't show up on the YouTube version. Oh, no. Now let me get back here. Okay. There we go. I don't know. I don't know why it's a question mark. She's not in my basement, so. Oh, it's got you a question mark after you now, cuz. Oh, I know what it is. Every time you guys ask a question, that's what it means. I figured it out because I looked. Every time somebody has a question, it says it. Yeah, Andy, it shows with you now. The question mark. Let me show you guys again. See? Andy just wanted a question mark. So it showed up on Steve, it showed up on Andy. Every time there's a question mark, it's to tell it's to tell me somebody asked a question. Exactly, cuz. No, you already asked your question every time you put a question mark in. Now, Desiree, that question is the answer is debatable. Depends on who you ask. Me, I'm just as crazy as ever. And Desiree, there's never too many questions. Oh, that's just normal for me. I have COPD and asthma. Steve claims he's not crazy. And he has a certification from a psycho place in California to prove it. You weren't tested, so I don't believe it. Amen, Andy. See, even Nightbot's got a question mark behind it because of when it asks a question. Have you contacted Aaron, Desiree? You got that right, Andy. Sane is objective to somebody's perspective. And to me, sane means normal. And normal scares the hell out of me. Have you ever looked at the statistics on what normal is? Didn't he say that when you were ready, Desiree, that you were supposed to tell him? Well, they classify as normal. Statistic, the normal for normal is 60% of all marriages end in divorce, and 55% of those have kids. And 50% of those divorces with kids, they split custody. And the normal family has 2.5 kids. So that means everybody gets 1.25 kid. Now, what quarter kid are you going to get? Are you going to get the upper left, upper right, or lower right, etc., etc.? Another thing, when someone tells me something more than once and don't follow through with it, then I usually don't trust what they say. No, because you still have to find a full pair. Because people with one leg can't buy just one shoe. Okay, the current U.S. divorce rate as of 2024, U.S. divorce rate remains between 40 to 50% for first marriages. Yeah, he's at the mercy of his hens to lay them. That's true. Now, Desiree's got a hot mouth because she accidentally ate a chili flake. Not on the first marriages. A lot of places are getting falling leaves already, Desiree. One for drought, and two for the strange weather we've been getting. These ornamental pieces of crap in front of the apartment is already dropping their leaves all over the place. But I haven't met your wife, Steve. Ah, yours is in Mississippi and she's in Tennessee. The koi can't handle the leaves in the pond, Andy? Oh, you just don't like cleaning them out. Okay. How big is your pond? Well, it's almost 10 o'clock, you guys. So I think if you don't mind, we're going to end it unless anybody has another question. Steve wants to know how big your koi is, Andy. Oh, it's only 3 or 4 feet, about knee deep. Yeah. Koi grow according to the size of the water they have. Steve wants to know if they're bun size yet. I can see him thinking about a fish sandwich. A foot or so and smaller this year's hatchlings I bought. Yeah, but what are you going to do about them in the wintertime? Because that water isn't that deep. Well, let's hope they survive the winter because if it gets as bad as they say it's going to get. Oh, they're hoagie size, Steve says. Well, everyone have a blessed night. Don't forget, slightly redneck tomorrow. And so is the dinosaur omelet. Everyone have a blessed night.